Alright, so welcome back to the airsoft section of the Mosin channel. Today we have one that I never thought I was going to be getting into, but yeah, you can see it's a plain Chinese box. If you already read the title, then you're cheating because you're not going to be surprised. Well, maybe you were when you read the title, because frankly I didn't even think I would get into one of these damn things. But yeah. It is the A&K Sr-25. Now, you guys know that I absolutely hate Armalite products, so this was a weird one for me. I bought it anyway because, frankly, as much as I hate Armalite products, I do love the Sr-25 as a rule. We'll go into that probably in a little bit here. What it comes with: unjamming rod, cheap crap BBs, don't use them. 2 or 3 are already broken in the bag, and that's not a good sign. Cheap, crappy wall charger. It will burn out your good batteries. And we're going to talk about the battery in the package in a second here. Oh, look, it's the battery in the package. I actually charged this one on a Tenergy smart charger, so I know it was not the wall charger that killed it, but the minute I plugged it in, it cycled the gun twice, and then immediately had no more power left to cycle it in semi-automatic. So yeah, it's a cheap piece of shit battery. Don't use it. You will only be disappointed. Thank God the rest of the gun isn't that bad. Spoiler alert. We have a nice little cheap forward pistol grip, which frankly it can be cheap because it's free. I don't care. I love free stuff. We get the proprietary Sr-25 quick detach suppressor. This will not fit on any other airsoft rifle, so don't try it. Don't assume that it will. It's not threaded. It is plunger style, and we will discuss that in a second. Right here we have the magazine, again proprietary. Will not work in any other M16 style rifle, and this will not work with M16 or M4 style magazines. So again, don't try it. The M4 and M16 mags are too small, so they will just fall right out. And this is too large, so it actually won't even go into the mag well on the bigger one, or on the smaller ones. And finally, we have the gun itself. It does actually come with rail guards as well, but I already have those on, and I'm not taking them off again because they're cheap and difficult to get on and off. Anyway, here's the gun. It is full metal. Now, the receiver section actually is steel, and it's very interesting. It's very good steel, surprisingly enough, for a Chinese clone. Use that right there. Installed. Yeah, it's just a standard, cheap, screw it on and it works kind of thing. The magazine can be a bit of a pain in the ass to get in the first few times. When you get it in enough times, it'll eventually become easier once you've broken it in a bit. Suppressor, all you got to do to install it is slide it down over the barrel. Make sure your plunger is on top and push the plunger down, and it locks into place. And you can see it comes with the modular backup iron sight, blah, blah, blah. Comes with both front and rear. Those are free as well, which is nice because otherwise you wouldn't be able to shoot the gun without a scope, which does not come with it, which was something of a shame. But you know what? For the price I got this for, I couldn't complain. I got this brand new off of Hot Import Toys for $175. That is a ridiculously good deal for this. It's like $50 cheaper than everybody else. It's off Amazon.com if you're interested. And no, I'm not getting paid to tell you about it, which is unfortunate because they should be paying me, but whatever. The dust cover does work, but as you can see, it is hit and miss. And the charging handle in the back works perfectly fine. This is the dust cover. You can see it exposes your hop-up. The bolt does not go all the way back. It only goes back far enough to expose the hop-up, which is okay because, frankly, it's not a real gun. Bolt catch is fake and does not work. The mag ejection is on one side only, which is something of a shame because if it was ambidextrous, that would be nice too. But since I'm right-handed, that doesn't make a damn bit of difference to me. What else is there to talk about? Oh, it does not come with trades. It's a Chinese gun, so that should kind of be that should go without saying, really. Strangely enough, they managed to call this the SR-25 without provoking a copyright infringement lawsuit, which was strange. But, either way. Now, a couple things you need to note if you're considering buying this gun and haven't done it yet. This is not your standard M16. This does not use M16 mags. I mentioned that before. This uses the proprietary SR-25 mags, which are larger. You cannot modify an M16 mag to fit in here, but it will use an M16 mag catch if you want to go get an upgraded version of that, and it uses the M16 selector. This one also has the ability to shoot full auto, which we will do in a second here, but that turns some people off. For me, it doesn't make a damn bit of difference. So there's that. Silencer, suppressor, whatever you want to call it. Some people call it silencers, some people call it suppressors. I call it both. I don't care. The suppressor extends the extra barrel length by about 6 to 7 inches. It's not enough to fit a PSG-1 inner length barrel. I have tried. It was worth the try, but it did not work. So right now it uses an M16 inner length barrel, or inner barrel length. You can use Prometheus and all those other ones. I'm going to be fitting it with a Prometheus tight bore for 509 millimeters. So there's that. If you want to try to find a longer one that fits, you are welcome to. Post it in the comments, and I will probably go for that one instead, because frankly I want as long a barrel as possible, because this is going to be my DMR. Yeah. The paint job, I should mention, is pretty cheap. It scratches easily. The receiver is steel. I actually checked that out. It is very nice. The rails are aluminum. The barrel is aluminum, and the suppressor is aluminum. The barrel is aluminum, by the way, because it would be illegal to import with a steel barrel, because the ATF will go after it and try to get it named a real gun, just like they did with the damn King Arms blowback version. And that one was because they said it could take an auto sear from an M6, or they could take the auto sear out of the King Arms and put it in a real M4, and it would fire in an automatic fashion, which is a crock of shit. But, either way, they're the ATF. You can't really argue with them, because they will take you to court and keep you there until you run out of money and just settle with them. Because that's what they do. Yeah. But as you can see, it's overall a very nice gun. The stock is a bit plasticky, and it's completely hollow. There's no reinforcement, which it doesn't need one. And that means, incidentally, that you can fit any size battery you want in there. The butt trap door is huge. It leaves you enough room to fit in a 9.6 butterfly style battery, which we're going to do right now. It's a mini Tamiya charger, or a mini Tamiya connector, by the way. I'll probably be wiring this up for Dean's eventually, but for now I'm just leaving it as it is. And battery in. Fortunately, they have to go one after the other. Close your butt door. Fits perfectly. I mean, this has room for just about any battery you can think of, which is nice because you can fit a 10.8 in there really easily. I would not recommend using it stock with LiPo either, because frankly it's a Chinese clone. I don't think it would ever be LiPo ready stock. I don't think even my PKM is LiPo ready, but whatever. The major failing of this gun is the fact that it's proprietary in some areas. The gearbox is an elongated version 2 because the SR-25 has a longer receiver due to the chambering, the real one does. That means that you have to use a special proprietary piston, a proprietary magazine. The magazines are like $25 for a mid-cap, and you need mid-caps, believe me. The high caps rattle way too much to be used in DMRs. Just, ugh. But yeah, get mid caps for it. And don't complain about the price of the magazines. It's a DMR. You knew it was going to be expensive before you bought the damn thing, so don't whine to me about it. The rails can support any standard Weaver rail attachment, which means you can put your flashlight on there, you can put your scope, your Harris bipod. Why you would use a flashlight is beyond me. I'm going to be using the forward grip that came with it, a Harris bipod, and a cheap Tasco scope from Walmart for like $30, and they work perfectly for airsoft. Very, very nice rifle overall. Stock, it's been shooting 460 feet per second, and it's been hitting man-sized targets out to 150 feet. 200 feet it was having trouble, but that's because it's stock, and if it's shooting that far and that hard stock anyway, I mean, it's a great rifle. As I mentioned before, semi and auto. And that's with the 9.6 that I'm using in there, so don't expect yours to shoot that fast with using the stock battery. In fact, don't even expect it to shoot at all using that damn stock battery. There we go. Now it's deactivated and my Beagle is terrified. But, or is detention, or I removed the tension from the spring, whatever. You get the idea. Overall, this is a great beginner's rifle, as it is. It also holds great upgrade potential, so you could upgrade this into being the perfect DMR without a single problem. I would recommend this for anybody, really, that is into it, that wants a designated marksman's rifle. This would be the perfect option, because, frankly, it has something for literally everybody. Don't sit there and assume that just because I said it's a great beginner's rifle that it wouldn't be good for you because you're Mr. Holy crap, I've got a $10,000 AEG person. And you think you're too good for beginner's rifles, well, you know what? This is my backup, and I love it. My PKM is my primary, and I love that even more. But this one is perfect for really everybody that wants a designated marksman's rifle and wants to start off with a cheap base to do it. The externals are perfect. The internals, you're going to upgrade the hell out of it anyway. Is there a single person among you that leaves your DMR stock? That's right, I didn't think so. You were going to upgrade it anyway, so why go spend $800 on something that's pre-upgraded and then you're going to upgrade the hell out of it anyway? Spend the $200 on this one, or spend the $175 at Hit Guns on Amazon. Get this rifle. It is great. And the only problem is that painted on orange tip, which you can strip it off and paint over it. It's easy. It's a lot easier than dealing with plastic. This does not actually, I should mention this one does not have a threaded barrel on it, so you can't add standard, the barrel is solid metal, as you can see, it's just painted metal. It's a bull barrel, so you can't really add your standard M4 or M16 attachments on the end of there, which is not really a bad thing. I mean, some people are going to sit there and complain about it. I'm not one of those people, because it comes with the suppressor already, which looks a lot better, in my opinion, than most of the muzzle attachments you can get out there anyway. So, you know, just roll with it. To sum up, the major pros of, basically the best parts of this gun are, it's full metal on the outside, it shoots great stock, it's great accuracy, very powerful, very accurate. It is cheap as hell for what you get, which is surprising because usually they charge you an arm and a leg. It comes with a whole bunch of free stuff that just makes it a whole lot better. The battery could use upgrading, but we're going to get to that in the cons. All told, excellent gun. The cons, oh, by the way, it's lightweight too. This is only about 8 pounds, 8.5 maybe 9. I don't know. It doesn't feel as heavy as my Mosins, and those are 9 pounds, so I'm going to say this is about 8.5 pounds, which is really, really light to me. The cons, cheap plasticky stock, which, by the way, that's also a pro because it has a whole lot of room in there. You can fit any kind of battery you want in there. Actually, you know what? Everything about this really is a pro. The only things that I've really found that I didn't like were the cheap plasticky finish on the stock and magazines, which are a little too expensive, the lack of trades on it, but you know what, all that stuff I knew ahead of time, so it's not a bad gun at all. Buy it. Don't let the low price fool you. It is worth every cent. It will be a great upgrade platform. It's a great stock platform. I mean, it's just an excellent, excellent rifle that A&K has done here. I would advise getting the G&P piston because I've heard about the pistons on these getting stripped pretty easily. And again, you have to use an SR-25 piston because the gearbox is an elongated version too. It will not use standard M16 internals in the gearbox. You have to use a custom piston, a custom set of gears. I think that's actually the only two things that are custom on the internals. The rest of it is standard M16. It uses a standard M16 hop-up unit, which is nice because you can get those pretty much literally everywhere. The magazine can only be SR-25. You cannot get an M16 lower receiver either because the upper receiver is longer. All told, I don't know what you guys are waiting for. Buy this gun. Buy it, buy it, buy it. It is spectacular. You will love it. You will upgrade the hell out of it, and you will use it for an eternity because this gun really just, it dominates in the battlefield. And it's unique. It is not just another M4 or M16. People are going to actually look at this and go, holy crap, what in God's name is that, and why is it coming towards me, and holy shit, I am now bleeding because it just shot me and I was less than 20 feet away. Yeah. By the way, be safe. Don't shoot this at people that are less than 50 feet away. There's a reason that we have range restrictions on these, and that's because they are damn hot. They shoot incredibly, incredibly hard. And if you get too close to somebody, you're going to send them to the hospital, and then the whole airsoft community is going to suffer because of it. Because I guarantee you the Brady campaign is chomping at the bit to get these banned as well, because it scares them that they exist. Because, holy crap, it shoots BBs, fully automatic. Oh god, no, that could be used to slaughter everything. Brady campaign. Anyway, yeah. That about covers everything I wanted to touch on today. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. We'll be doing a disassembly video of this one and the PKM in the future. I will be doing an upgrade video on this one, actually, because I'm going to be upgrading it with a whole bunch of different stuff. Right now I'm looking at a 509mm 601 Prometheus inner barrel. The externals are going to get a nice Tasco scope, a Harris bipod. There's going to be a G&P full-length... It's going to have the full-length piston in there. By the way, this comes with a bore-up kit already in it, which is nice because the receiver is longer, so the gearbox is longer, so you automatically have a bore-up kit. You don't have to add one. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's going to be getting that. It's going to be possibly getting a new motor, but frankly, it's already got a great motor in there. You guys heard the rate of fire. It's really got a great rate of fire in full auto. I know a lot of people aren't going to use full auto because it's not historically accurate, man, but whatever. I'm going to use it eventually, occasionally. Pretty rarely, but occasionally when I get in a situation where I'm screwed otherwise. I keep it for emergencies, I admit it. I think that really about covers everything. Can't really think of another damn thing to say about it. So if you got any more questions, leave them in the comments section. I will answer them as quick as possible, probably. I'm going to work now, so I will see y'all later.